Hi friends, today I am going to do a tutorial on how to use Google Slides and some of the features of Google Slides, and then some of the hiccups and speed bumps that we've encountered trying to use Google Slides with StreamYard, and how to, I guess, make some of those hiccups and speed bumps work correctly. So I'm going to screen share with you. The first thing to remember is that when you screen share in StreamYard, you want to make sure that you're sharing the whole screen and enabling audio. That way, any videos that you play on your Google Slides, the audio will come through over the Facebook stream. So here I've loaded up the slides for this coming Sunday. And to start the presentation, I present. Now, occasionally some of the videos will have permissions. It'll say access denied, and that's just a matter of making sure that I'm logged into the correct account. That is to say that I'm logged into the church's worship account, fcpcworship@gmail, when I load up these slides. And if you need the password for that account, just let me know. You'll see that the video started automatically. That's one of the settings. And we sometimes, depending on how well the Facebook captions have been working, we sometimes use Google's captions. And so it's down here. If you leave your mouse away, that toolbar disappears. Actually, close this banner. But if you click on it, if you move your mouse down here, rather, then it comes back. And if you click on the drop down next to captions, we get a couple of options. Text position, we always do top, and text size, we always do extra large. So if I click on captions, then it appears up here, and you can see that now it's subtitling me. One thing we've discovered is if you activate the captions while a video is playing, the video gets sort of moved in a very strange way. All you have to do is go to the next slide, and then come back, and voila, the video is in the correct place again. I don't know why that happens. It's a bug, but it's something that we've worked on and figured out a way around. So I'm going to turn off the captions because they're a little bit distracting. And you can see when you turn them off, now it's weird again, right? There's all this space around here. And again, if I go forward and then come back, I think it should. There we go. So now it's back to normal. Okay. You'll notice that pressing forward sometimes starts the video, sometimes it doesn't. I can never figure this out. You may have noticed Lindsay and me fighting over how to start the video in worship sometimes. I know that the letter K, so if I press the letter K right now, definitely always starts the video, and the letter K also stops the video. You'll also note down here a volume. It's important to make sure that the volume of the videos matches the volume of your microphone. When you're using StreamYard and you're speaking sometimes, and then you have videos playing at other times. We have found that without our microphone, putting the videos at about 50% volume is about right. All the videos share the same volume. So if I turn this up, then the volume on all the videos in this presentation will go up. And if I turn this volume down, the volume for all the videos in this presentation will go down. So, you know, Google Slides, a fairly straightforward presentation software application. You know, you can page through with the right arrow key. The left arrow key goes backwards. Spacebar also goes forwards. B turns the screen black. I don't know why you'd ever need to do that, but if you do, that's another little trick. Now, here's one of the things that we've encountered when we're using Google Slides at the same time as StreamYard, is when I'm messing around with StreamYard, maybe I'm changing the view, you know, maybe I'm typing something into the comments, maybe I'm adding a banner, then Google Slides will no longer be the on top application. The technical word for it is it no longer has the focus. you can see, hold on, let me escape out of this. You can see right now that it doesn't have, it does have the focus. If I click on a different window, you can see the title bar changes the color slightly. And now any keystrokes, anything I type in goes to the other application that I've given the focus to. If I click on this, you can see the title bar gets a little bit darker. And now when I type, those keystrokes go to Google Slides. Now, why does this matter? Well, if I am messing around in StreamYard and I press the right arrow key intending to advance the slide, then it will instead go send the right arrow key to the StreamYard window, to my web browser. And usually that doesn't do anything, but it doesn't advance the slide. Sometimes if I hit like a key like backspace, it will actually reload my StreamYard window, which is very bad. So you want to make sure that Google Slides has the focus when you are typing in commands to Google Slides, specifically right arrow key or left arrow key to go forwards or backwards. Now, of course, you could come over here and click on it, but that's a little bit distracting. If you're in the middle of doing something, to have the mouse cursor flow over here and and to have you clicking on it, it's a little bit distracting to see that mouse cursor floating around. So if you look down here at the taskbar, you will notice that the applications that you have open all live down here. And if you press Windows 1, you hold the Windows key down and tap the 1 button, that will give the focus to the first application here on the taskbar. If you hold the Windows key down and tap the number 2, that will give the focus to the second application down here. Now, what's tricky is that depending on how your taskbar is set up, sometimes these applications will be separate from each other. Sometimes if you have different Chrome windows open, they will group together and sometimes they won't. But what's tricky is that sometimes if they don't group together, or rather if you open StreamYard and Google Slides from the same Google account, right? That's this thing up here. No, I'm sorry. That's this thing up here. If this thing on your StreamYard window is the same as this thing in the Google Slides window, then they will stack together. And so to switch between them, you'll have to do Windows 1 to get the first window, and then Windows 1 again to get the second window. And what you'll see is this thing right here is Windows 1, and this thing right here is Windows 1, and this thing right here, because it's a different Chrome user, notice this is the W for worship, and this is my Chrome icon. This is Windows 2. And each of the tabs or windows in this worship user are a different number of presses of 2. So Windows 2 would get me the second window here, and Windows 2 would get me the third window from the worship user. Windows 1 will get me the first window for the Andy user, and Windows 1 would get me the second window for the Andy user. So we found it better to just only have one window per user and always make sure that Google Slides is the first application on the second user. So when we run it, Windows 2 always gives the focus to the Google Slides. So I can be goofing around, typing into StreamYard, messing with banners and things like that, and typing comments, and then I hit Windows 2 and right arrow, and I know for sure that Google Slides has gotten the focus, and my right arrow will advance the slides. And then again, if I click on StreamYard in order to change something, I always remember when I'm done to hit Windows 2. And now Google Slides has the focus, and I can use my inputs to change the slides and to black things out and such. So that's the primary pitfall that we have found when using Google Slides. If you don't feel comfortable with that, it is okay to just go over here with your mouse cursor and click on it, left arrow key to go back, and then click on it to go forwards. It's a tiny bit distracting, but it's probably less distracting than trying to figure out the focus and trying to use the hotkeys and, maybe sometimes dropping to the desktop background and things like that, because of some mistakes in switching which application has the focus. So that's the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and thanks again for your service, and God bless.